Wait, don't close this video. I will ask you 5 questions right now. First, what would you do if your mother-in-law tortured you like hell for 30 years? Second, what if that mother-in-law is now old and poor, begging on the streets? Third, what if you are now very rich and can buy her house? Fourth, will you take revenge or will you forgive? And fifth, the most shocking question. What if that mother-in-law was actually your real mother? Yes, you heard correctly. The mother-in-law was actually the mother. Then why did she torture her own daughter for 30 years? And the husband, who is your husband really? Wait, there's more. This story has 3 major twists hidden in it. The first twist, the husband has a shocking secret. The second twist, the real reason why the mother-in-law tortured the daughter-in-law. The third twist, the final truth that will change everything and bring tears to your eyes. So please watch this video until the end. Especially the last twist will change your perspective on life. So let's begin this amazing story. Today, at an auction house in Delhi, a woman entered. Her name was Sumita. 55 years old, elegant designer sari, diamond necklace. She was a successful businesswoman. She had earned millions of dollars doing business abroad for 20 years. Today's auction item was an old mansion. The auctioneer called out, "Starting price 20 million rupees." Sumita quietly raised her hand. 30 million rupees. People looked at her in surprise. No one could bid higher. Sold. To Ms. Sumita. Sumita smiled. But behind that smile was 30 years of pain. Because this mansion was her old mother-in-law's house. The mother-in-law who had tortured her for 30 years. Wait, here's a question. Why did that rich mother-in-law's house come to auction? We will tell you the answer soon. Keep watching. The story goes back 30 years. 1993, the same Delhi mansion. 25-year-old Sumita came to this house as the new daughter-in-law. She was from a poor family. Her father was a rickshaw driver, her mother had died early. But Sumita was intelligent and beautiful. In college she met Rajiv. Rajiv was the only son of this wealthy mansion. They fell in love and got married. But the nightmare began from the first day of marriage. Mother-in-law Kamala Devi. A wealthy and arrogant woman. She said from the first day Sumita entered the house, "You are not worthy of my son. Poor beggar-like thing." Every morning at 5, Sumita had to clean the house. She had to work in the kitchen until 11 at night. She was treated worse than servants. The mother-in-law humiliated Sumita in front of guests. "Look, my daughter-in-law, a rickshaw driver's daughter." Sumita endured. Because she loved her husband Rajiv. But Rajiv was a weak man. He always took his mother's side. "Sumita, listen to mother, mother is always right." 15 more years passed. Sumita could not get pregnant. The mother-in-law tortured her even more. "You are barren, useless." And one night, the mother-in-law called Sumita to the living room. Rajiv was also sitting there. The mother-in-law said, "Sumita, you must leave this house. Why should we keep a woman who couldn't give us a child in 5 years?" Sumita looked at Rajiv. "What are you saying?" Rajiv lowered his head. "Sorry Sumita, mother is right." Sumita's world collapsed. That night, she left the house with just one small bag. No money, no place to go. She spent the night on a railway station bench. She cried and cried. But that night, Sumita made a decision. "I will come back. Successful, as a rich woman. And I will show them all." Wait, here's important information. How Sumita became successful will be revealed shortly. But what's more important now is the real reason why the mother-in-law tortured her. That reason will be revealed now. In fact, mother-in-law Kamala had a dark past. 35 years ago, Kamala was also a poor woman. She came from a small village and fell in love with a wealthy man. That man was Rajiv's father. But his family rejected Kamala. "A poor girl cannot enter our family." Kamala was tortured by her mother-in-law every day. Exactly like what Sumita endured. But Kamala endured. And 10 years later, the mother-in-law died. Kamala became the mistress of this house. And she swore, "The pain I suffered, another poor daughter-in-law must also suffer." This was the reason why Kamala tortured Sumita. It was not revenge. It was transferring her own pain to others. But wait. This is only the first twist. The real shock is yet to come. Keep watching. After being thrown out of the house, Sumita went to Singapore. Initially, she worked as a cleaner in a hotel. 12 hours a day, hard labor. But Sumita did not give up. At night she took computer classes. 3 years later, she got a job at an IT company. 5 years later, she created her own company. 10 years later, she became a millionaire. Sumita succeeded. But she did not return to India. Because she was waiting for the perfect moment of revenge. And that moment came. Back to the present. Sumita received the keys to the mansion. She went to that house. After 30 years. As she opened the door, she was shocked. The house was completely ruined. Broken furniture, dirty walls, cobwebs. And in one corner, an old woman was sitting on the floor. It was Kamala. That arrogant mother-in-law from the past. Now an old, sick, and poor woman. Kamala saw Sumita. "You, Sumita?" Sumita smiled coldly. "Yes, it's me. That poor daughter-in-law. The one you threw out." Kamala asked. "You. How are you here?" Sumita answered. "I bought this house. Now this house is mine." Kamala started crying. "Please. Let me stay here. I have nowhere to go. Wait, here's the question. What would you do if you were in her place? Would you take revenge? Would you throw the mother-in-law out? Or would you forgive? Sumita's choice will come soon. But before that, there's a second shocking twist. Just then, a voice came from outside the house. Sumita, is that you? Sumita turned around. It was Rajiv, her former husband. But he too had completely changed. Dirty clothes, bearded face. Rajiv said, Sumita, I never thought I would see you again. Sumita asked coldly, how did you become like this? Rajiv sighed and said, 5 years after throwing you out, our business collapsed. Father made wrong investments, lost everything. House, car, all property. Father died of a heart attack. And here the shocking truth is revealed. Rajiv continued. And I found out that I am infertile. Sumita was shocked. What? Rajiv said, crying. Yes, the doctor confirmed. Not having children was not your fault. It was mine. We threw you out even though you were innocent. Sorry, Sumita, I'm so sorry. This was the second twist. Sumita was innocent. All the pain she suffered for 30 years was unjust. But the biggest twist was still remaining. Kamala suddenly said, Sumita, I have something to tell you. I must tell the truth before I die. Sumita asked, what truth? Kamala took a deep breath. Sumita, you are my daughter. Sumita froze. What are you saying? Kamala said, crying. 35 years ago, I got pregnant before marriage. My mother-in-law did not forgive me. She forced me to abandon the baby. I left the baby at an orphanage. That baby was you, Sumita. Sumita could not believe it. No. What is this? Kamala continued. And by fate's cruel joke, 25 years later my son fell in love with you. My real daughter and my son were going to marry. Rajiv was also shocked. What? Sumita is my sister? Kamala said, crying. When I learned the truth I was so afraid. That's why I tortured you, Sumita. To drive you out of this house. If you and Rajiv had a child, that would be a terrible thing. I did not hate you. I wanted to hide my secret. Sumita asked with tears flowing. Then who is my real father? Kamala answered. Rajiv's father, my husband. You were born between us before marriage. So you and Rajiv are real siblings. Silence fell. Sumita sat down on the floor. 30 years of hatred, revenge, everything collapsed in one moment. After a long time, Sumita spoke. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Kamala answered. I was a coward. I was afraid of society's judgment. Pregnancy before marriage. Abandoned child. I thought all this would destroy our honor. But I regretted it every day. Every day I tortured my own daughter. Sumita asked, "Are you asking for forgiveness now?" Kamala shook her head. "No, I don't deserve forgiveness. I just wanted to tell the truth. Before I die." Sumita looked at Kamala for a long time, and slowly walked towards her. Kamala closed her eyes. Sumita embraced Kamala. "Mother." Kamala opened her eyes in surprise. "What? What did you say?" Sumita said, crying. "You were also a victim, Mother. Society, your mother-in-law, that era made you that way. I hated you for 30 years. But now I understand. You were also in pain. As much as I was." The two women embraced and cried. 30 years of misunderstanding and pain flowed away in tears. Rajiv also embraced both of them, crying. "Sorry, sister. No, Sumita. I was a weak man." From that day, Sumita started taking care of Kamala and Rajiv. She brought them from that old mansion to her new house. Kamala started receiving treatment. Rajiv started working at Sumita's company. 3 years later, Kamala passed away peacefully. Her last words were these: "Thank you, my daughter. You are stronger and braver than me. Thank you for forgiving me." Today Sumita is 60 years old. She is still a successful businesswoman. Rajiv is now the vice president of her company. They live together as family. As siblings. Friends, what does this story teach us? First, everyone has their own pain. The person who tortures us may also have been a victim in the past. The second, revenge is not the solution. Only forgiveness brings true peace. Third, due to societal pressure we sometimes make wrong choices. But the truth always comes out. Fourth, the meaning of family is not blood but love. Sumita and Rajiv could not become husband and wife. But they found a stronger bond, that of siblings. If this video touched your heart, please like and subscribe. And if you are hating someone, think once. Perhaps that person also has their own reasons. Forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is the greatest strength. See you in the next story. Namaste.